Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning. Welcome to another brand new live episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave right here on Relationship Entertainment Television, better known as RETV. We appreciate y'all for tuning in because you could have chose to be anywhere, but you chose to be right here with us, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on a Tuesday night. As always, watching Relationship Entertainment Television. So y'all know how we get down. And if you don't know how we get down, let me give you a quick brief intro about the show. I usually do it when we got guests, but I'm going to tell y'all about the show anyway, just in case you are brand new to the actual show. Millionaire M.A.N Cave is actually one of the flagship shows right here on Relationship Entertainment Television, where this is y'all sneak peek behind the closed doors of a man cave. So we talk about everything. We talk about relationships. We talk about sex. We talk about bad feet, as we talked about last week. We talk about men's self-care. We talk about women. We talk about men. We've had all types of conversations. And this type of conversation that you typically have behind the closed doors of a man cave, or better yet, even a barbershop for that matter. We have right here, for about an hour and a half. So just so y'all can get y'all 2 cents in, y'all can see what happens. Y'all know what goes on and behind the mind of a man and get men's personal opinions. So if you got questions, we are live. If you got questions, send your questions in. You can send them into info@re-tv.net, or you can comment if you're watching video on Facebook and on YouTube. I think if you are on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that way you are notified each and every time a brand new episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave comes on Relationship Entertainment Television. But not just this show, but all the other shows that come on. And then share it with your family, share it with your friends, especially if you are actually watching on YouTube. And then check out our Roku channel, our Apple on the Apple, as well as Android, and then our website and all that good stuff too. But as y'all know, I couldn't do the show without the people who are on the screen with me. And again, as y'all can see, it's another brother that's missing, but that's all right. We're going to keep it pushing. Better than we did last week. That threw me off for like a whole 10 minutes. And I was like, yo, where is everybody on the show? So I couldn't do the show without the fellas that's on the screen and the one that's missing. My brother from another mother, Millionaire Mike, is in the building with us today. What's going on, Mike?
Chilling. Whoop, whoop.
He's stupid.
Doing my thing, man. I'm back outside. The wind's not kicking my head off, and it's not too cold. It's cold, but it ain't too cold. So chilling, man.
Doing my thing. You obviously you back outside, and it's crazy because it actually has been cold, but it's supposed to get warmer this week.
Yeah, I think by Friday, and it's supposed to hit 80 around here in Carolina.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, somewhere around there. It's supposed to be in 80.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I know. I was in New York. I was in New York a couple of days ago, and Sunday, man, it felt. I don't know who let the hawk out Sunday up that joint. It was cold as all get out up in New York. So yeah, I was happy to come back to Carolina. First day of spring happened. What was that? Sunday, right?
Sunday. Yep, Sunday.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yo, as always, straight out of the DMV, my man, Mr. Reasonable, aka Donnell, was in the building with us tonight. What's going on, Donnell?
Nah, I'm tired as I don't know.
Nah, if you were, I completely understand. There's been many times where I've got on the show and I'm like, yeah, I am dog tired. But then by like halfway through the show, I'm all up and perky and like talking and stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. What's good? You good?
Mm-hmm. I'm good. I'm fantastic.
Don't let that dude lean back on the couch.
I was about to say he leaned back on the couch and it's a wrap. It is a wrap.
No couch back there.
Okay,
it's a wrap. But no, I really, right quick though, before we get into it, I do believe it is important for us to ask each other that question. A lot of people saw I posted a post this past Sunday, and that was because I was, but I am going through some things in my life, personal, and so I was kind of glad we had the whole conversation last week, in regard to self-care. And one of the things that I was actually somebody called me yesterday just to check up on me, and I was very appreciative of this dude checking up on me because usually a lot of guys, we don't, other than seeing each other in person, we don't check up on each other. Like, we know my man Mike got some stuff going on, and every now and then we go, Mike, what's good? You good? Your health good? All that good stuff. I know Donnell goes through some stuff. I know John goes through stuff. I go through some stuff, and it's just always good, in my opinion, just to make sure everybody's good every once in a while. I don't care about all that macho ego stuff. Or that's some girly stuff. Or man, you a man up, man, bull. We all go through some stuff, and people literally take their lives on a regular basis because they are going through stuff, and all they needed was somebody to ask them, was they okay? I will say I don't have friends enough to ask me, am I okay, that often. So I was very appreciative of the person who called me. Actually, it's been a couple people who called me, reached out to me this past week, just to say if I was okay. So I appreciate it. So that's why I asked, are y'all good? Are y'all okay?
That's what's up.
So yeah. We got a hell of a show tonight, though. I will say that. So I ain't even take it deep right quick, but we got a hell of a show that we're going to talk about tonight. In fact, I think the topic for tonight is, does change equal running? For tonight.
Running away.
I don't know what the hell what that means, but we will find out in a little bit. But in the meantime, in between time, I know my man Donnell got words to the wise.
Oh man, you ready for words of the wise already?
Words to the wise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ladies. If your once sexy Vine tattoos now look like wild weeds, I think it's time for a cover up. You heard me?
It's time to let it go. No, that's hilarious.
It's all mixed in with stretch marks and all that.
People don't think about that. Seriously, people don't think about the fact that when they get tattoos, if their body changes or distorts for any particular purpose and reason, hey, it don't look like it did when you first got it. So you might have got that drink when you was like 21, ain't had no kids, none of that stuff. All of a sudden, you didn't have some kids, you didn't gain that freshman 15 in school or whatever the case may be, and now you done lost some weight again, and that bad boy just does not look right at all.
So I guess twofold, right? So word to the wise, if there was like some women out there struggling that, you know what I'm saying, wanted to get tattoos but didn't know what to get, what would you recommend? What's sexy to you on a lady tattoo wise?
What's sexy to... So that's the trick question. And the reason I believe that's a trick question is because what's sexy to me on a stripper is not the same as what's sexy to me on somebody that I may actually be interested in. I like tattoos. I love tattoos. Anytime I see somebody with a tattoo, I'm like, yo, what's your tattoo of? And I got, I want to know the backstory, all that good stuff. So I have seen tattoos on some women that, I would say, damn, that was a nice ass tattoo. And it's like a cherry with some lips. And I'm like, oh, that's sexy as a mug. And it's like sitting right here on his thigh, something like that. But
do you say I like cherries?
but on a regular, not saying that they're not regular. So
fellas,
hey, yeah.
Fellas, shoot your shot. You see ladies with cherries on their body, I like cherries. Hey, but don't be serious. Be joking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm just playing.
Nah, don't say I'm just playing. Nah, you be like, I'm just playing unless you serious.
Right, unless you serious.
Dude, that is my favorite line, like from ever. That was Nelly's joint, right? So, where he was talking about the stripper pole.
Unless you gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Nah, I'm just playing unless you're gonna do it.
Exactly. What you consider sexy on a tattoo on a woman, Mike?
I can't say that anything in particular. I do like tattoos, and I think that tattoos in the right place,
right,
look amazing on women. I don't like to see a woman all tatted up. Can't stand to see tattoos on a woman's face.
Yeah, I'm not, or their neck. I don't care for it on their neck either.
The neck might be okay, depending on what it is. If it's like some script, I think that could be.
It looks good.
Ain't no black teardrops either.
Oh hell no!
No, but on the neck on a woman, I mean that's just my personal opinion. That looks hood to me. It looks hood. Okay. It's not some. That's some. Like I said, to see a stripper with something on her neck, I get that one. Like, okay, yeah. Okay. But like to see a regular woman, like I would, to be interested in something. Like, nah, I couldn't. You couldn't have it on your neck. Like that's
so what if you saw a woman and she was bad, and then she turned and you saw that tattoo on her neck?
I get over. I mean, I get over stuff quickly now. I be like, Let me go to your other side. Let me holler at you from your other side right quick.
That's like that smoking joint. Like you see a badass chick and then she lift up that cigarette. You're like, oh
yeah, because so I'm not the only one then, dog. I thought it was just me. To see a woman smoke a cigarette. Now I will say, and I think we had this conversation before. To see a woman smoking a cigar, that's just sexy. But to see a woman smoking a cigarette, nah, that don't do
Takes it down about 3 notches for me.
Yeah, all the way down.
I'll block them out.
Even worse.
That's about I'm about to say that's the same. That's the hood. That's the hood back. The hood back with you.
So you good with a woman smoking a cigar?
Me?
Yeah, I am.
Either one of y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, I am.
So I'm on the fence, and it's not. I could definitely flirt with a woman that smokes cigars.
Okay.
And I could probably. I don't even know about cigarettes. So my experience is, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that nicotine taste. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ever kissed a woman in the mouth who smoked cigarettes and they taste just like you smoked it.
It's unattractive. So what about a woman who smoke weed?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Them 3 different tastes, 3 different smells. You good with that one, Donnell?
I'm good with the weed.
Well, let me rewind.
All right.
Do I like it? No.
Okay.
Depends on how bad she is. Being true.
Yeah. Okay.
Depends on the merchandise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I said, it's just cigarettes for me. Cigarettes, I don't care for. Everything else, good game. I mean,
I say that.
That's the same for me too.
I don't know that I have an issue with a woman that smoke weed. However, like coming home
lips
and
black as charcoal.
No, I'm just saying like coming home and that's the first thing she doing. Like that I couldn't get with. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. Or if she pull out the tobacco pipe, like nah.
You talk about the little drink where they be that joint or actual tobacco pipe joint? Nah.
What you?
Oh, okay.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be politically correct.
Yeah, the little okay. Gotcha. Because I was like, you seen a woman smoking out a tobacco pipe? Got you. Okay.
Well, I say I got something. You just can't use a lighter for that one.
I got something for you to smoke on.
Exactly. Hey, look who's decided to join the party today. Mr. PC is in the building. What's good, John? What's good? What's how you feeling, John?
I'm good, man. You know, I was out adulting this evening, so
Matter of fact, so you was adulting. You told me what you was doing. So let's ask you this question. Does it matter to you if a woman smokes cigarettes, cigars, or weed? Can you get with a woman who smokes cigarettes, cigars, or weed?
Good question. Cigarettes, no. Mm-hmm. I used to have a thing for Toni Braxton back in the day when she used to smoke cigars. Remember that? She used to be all over the videos of smoking cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy. Yeah. That was sexy.
Right. And that's what I said. Sexy. Good.
And weed, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Do she smoke weed or is she like deep into it? Like, you know what I'm saying? She get real ignorant when she smokes.
That's what Donnell said. Donnell was like, she come home and the first thing she do is
like
I got a question. Is it sexy? Like, do you find it sexy? Like, would you find it sexy if a woman knew gangster rap from like start to finish?
Gangster rap?
Hey, the Busta Rhymes "Look at Me Now" joint. It's women that can do Busta Rhymes' whole verse from "Look at Me Now," and that's not gangster rap. But that joint, I'll be like, yo, go for it. Like, I mean, define gangster rap as far as like 90s, 80s gangster rap type stuff.
What if she hit you with hit you with the Machiavelli?
Hey,
she's like Machiavelli, Illuminati, all up in your body.
I ain't gonna lie. To be to a certain extent, if she a hip hop head,
yeah.
It's all good.
I think I like that. I like that.
Yeah. To be, to a certain
now if she dressed like Tupac, I got a problem.
Right. So that joint drive me crazy because of my personality. Like I like gangster rap. I love gangster rap, but like listening to it all day, every day, like that ain't even like my MO. But like if it's date night,
so you saying she listened to it all day and she rap it all day?
All day.
Like no.
Okay. Is it West Coast or East Coast rap?
Mob Deep or NWA?
Right. I mean, it matter.
Here goes. She's singing Onyx. She's singing Onyx, straight old school Onyx. Now you know they was grimy.
Yeah,
Think about taking my own life. Like,
Exactly.
Might as well.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I can handle some, you know, some you know, if she doing some Mob Deep, I can handle, you know what I'm saying? If she know Renee, she be like,
Yeah.
you know, don't like
Lost
I can handle
Boys,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lost Boys, yeah. Got you.
Yeah, some Lost Boys, but I don't know about that. Even some Wu-Tang. I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah.
But I do think it's problematic if she like straight like Houston, you know what I'm saying, rap scene, rapping that. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do all day every day. Yo,
get
a catalog.
You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly would say, a R&B thug.
Well, he ain't even want no R&B thug. He wanted a baby thug.
Jaheim was the R&B thug. Jaheim was the R&B thug.
If she can switch it up, she can, you know, she got that sexiness to her, and then there's times where she can rap the lyrics, you know, every now and then, but not all day, every day. Every day, all day. Nah, I'll pass on that.
And she come home with a gold cap on her tooth.
You know, like somebody like, because I mean, think about it. Like, I always knew Brat was not heterosexual.
Okay.
But it didn't matter all the time.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? How did y'all not know that?
I knew that.
I knew it.
I thought, I mean, you know, that was the 90s. You know, people wore baggy stuff. Girls wore baggy stuff.
Yeah,
but not the way she did. Not the way she did. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't look like
TLC did not look like
TLC or Escape. And don't get me wrong, Escape wasn't cute either. But TLC, they wore baggy, you know, stuff to the back, and they still was sexy with it. The Brat, on the other hand, it wasn't until later that I actually started looking twice at the Brat.
Yeah, I mean, when she came up, like when she did her first Funkified album, I was like, yeah, she rocking with the other team. It's all good. It's all good. Her music good. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, y'all remember The Boss?
Damn,
she was bad too.
I don't remember.
I don't really wanna.
Heal. Like
I remember that song, but I don't remember her like that.
Deeper. Yeah, she I think it came out that she was in law school or something. She was not through school. Yeah, she was not thugging.
You know who always threw me off though was MC Light.
Yo, she still thought. So is she or is she not?
I don't know.
Let me wait. Before we continue, just because I don't want nobody to be offended. We had this conversation a couple of weeks ago. It don't matter, but is she or is she not? I mean, I'd like to know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I will say she is gorgeous.
And she bad too.
Right, you see it when she do like the voiceovers for all like the award shows.
Yeah.
And every now and then she'll come on screen, and I'd be like, yeah, dog.
Yeah. She always been bad though, even with the little mushroom rapping and all that.
Right,
yes, sir.
Right, exactly. So that's why, you know, I'm again, for those who matter, it does not matter whether she is or whether she isn't. But for my own personal knowledge, I just wanted to know if she is or if she isn't. Right. So if y'all know, put it in the chat. Is she or is she? Is MC Light or is she not? That's what we want to know. That's why I want to know.
Is she not? She can get it either way.
There you go. Exactly. Either way, she can get it.
Yeah.
It what?
But will she give it? But will she give it?
I say
it's a whole another subject.
Every woman, it is, and I think every woman likes to be pleased. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Every woman likes to be pleased. So will she give it? Every woman likes to be pleased.
What? That's a whole nother topic.
It is.
Because I have to tell you. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up, and I know we don't need to talk about this. This ain't the show. This ain't the show.
Love the bell.
But I have to say, okay, I don't understand why, if you are two women,
okay,
why do you feel the need to use a non-female appendage?
A strap on.
Okay,
So-
you say it. I didn't. Yes, but
Yeah,
no.
strap on.
So again, next season, if not next season, one of these seasons, we got to revisit the conversation we had, the whole LGBTQIA conversation we had a couple weeks ago.
And we need some females.
Some females on the show to be able to speak from that point. Because right, that's a good ass question, John. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good ass question.
Because if you like penetration, then why
Why don't you come get this penetration?
You might as well get the real thing. I mean, unless they've been so dissatisfied by the real thing because they have not had somebody to be able to keep up with what they need, then I mean, because that's the reason why a lot of women got toys anyway. I mean, heterosexual and gay. A lot of women got toys, that don't like other women. So,
And if I'm not mistaken, I've only seen TV, but them strap-ons be not the average, man. They're a little above average.
Right.
Right. Like what the hell? Yeah, never mind.
I mean,
so if you see one of
Get it out.
Oh, let's stop it. No.
so fellas,
No.
if you see one of your house, what do you do? A,
First of all,
A, leave it where it is. B, pick that joke up and ask questions.
and be like, "What is this?"
I'm gonna be like,
"What is this?"
what?
Wow.
What are you doing with this?
What is this?
This thing on?
No, I'm leaving it where it is. If that's what floats your boat, as long as I'm still getting mine, if that's what floats your boat, go for it.
Hey,
I'm leaving it where it is.
I'm with you, Mike. As long as I get mine, hey, knock yourself out.
And I'm going to ask, why?
Oh man. Yeah, stupid.
Tell me that it's human nature. Why?
John says,
Do you treat me that way?
What if you wake up in the morning and that junk staring at you in the face?
Sitting there.
No, what if she asked it? What if she say she want to use it on you?
Nah,
what?
And on that note, John, we go into a freaking commercial. Thank you, John, for ruining that one.
Welcome to What's Going On? My name is Demita Joe. Each Wednesday, you can find me here at 3 p.m. I'll be over here discussing different things that are going on and try to bring you a boost of positivity for your week because we all need this. We're going to share some feel-good stories. We might find a hometown hero. We may take a look at some trending topic. And sometimes we might even find a lesson in a not-so-warm and fuzzy story if we can. I'm Demita Joe, and I'll see you guys on the next episode right here on What's Going On?
Man Cave, only on Relationship Entertainment Television, Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
What up? We appreciate y'all for tuning into Relationship Entertainment Television right here on Well, appreciate y'all for tuning in to Millionaire Man Cave right here on Relationship Entertainment Television. Because again, y'all could have chosen to be anywhere, but y'all chose to be right here with us. We appreciate y'all if you actually downloaded the Roku app for Rory TV, or if you are watching via YouTube. We are live, so make sure y'all can put comments. We'll see your comments. We'll react to your comments. All that good stuff. You got questions, we'll answer your questions. All that good stuff as well. Oh, I forgot to mention, we actually we have, for the past this particular season, we've put a lot of stuff on LinkedIn. So we were live on LinkedIn, as well as we've done as far as stuff on podcasts. So even if you can't necessarily watch it, it is on podcasts on like the Apples, on Spotify, and all that stuff as well.
Don't listen to it in the car with your kids. This is not.
Yeah, don't listen to it in the car.
You can't hear the what's the discretion? What's the
you can't see
the disclaimer.
The disclaimer. You can't hear that on the computer or on the app if you're listening to it. But this is not for kids.
Yeah, not at all.
Shame on y'all for not being kid friendly. Shame.
Now, if you want to listen to something in your car, watch or listen to a podcast that may not have that needs the warning of discretion, go ahead and listen to Daddy Confessions.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a little bit more family friendly.
Friendly.
That one.
I don't know who that guy is on the bottom of that, because that's not the same guy who's on Millionaire Man Cave. He's not. It's just a different gentleman.
Is that your alter ego?
It is, apparently.
Hey, Doctor, what we talking about tonight, man? What we talking about tonight?
So I want to start off. I want to start off with agree or disagree, and why.
I disagree.
Why?
So somebody sent me
because it wasn't human nature. What is this thing here? Is this thing on?
What in the Mr. Ed? It's like, no.
Yo, but some of them jokes don't even be human. They be like, anyway.
Yeah, no.
I just feel defeated right now.
Hey, go ahead. My bad.
Okay.
All right, so somebody sent me this and asked me if I agree or disagree. So I, feel I share and get y'all takes on it. It says, when a man truly loves a woman, she becomes his weakness. When a woman truly loves a man, he becomes her strength. Do you agree or disagree?
When a man truly loves a woman, she becomes. Wait, say that again. One more again.
When a man truly loves a woman, she becomes his weakness.
Okay.
When a woman truly loves a man, he becomes her strength. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
I agree. I agree. I think that I was a completely different person before I met my wife, and I don't necessarily always defer to her, but she has definitely made me a more empathetic person, a more like
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that was
due to her.
Yeah,
I mean, and maybe empathy isn't necessarily a weakness, right? But it's something that I don't know. Yeah.
It wasn't a quality that you necessarily carried on a regular basis.
I ain't had no empathy, son.
Gotcha.
None. None.
Gotcha. Okay.
You was pulling them up by the bootstraps?
I was like, fuck them.
I knew that's what he was gonna say. I was just looking for the beat button.
We get one episode, right?
We actually had I think it's 4 episodes. We good. That was we get 4 episodes, but you good. You usually get enough for all of us.
I do. That's true. So sad. That's true.
Nah, but I agree. My wife is definitely my weakness. I mean, there's sometimes that I could be like, what in the world are you doing? But that's what I'm thinking in my head. But in my mouth, I'm like, okay. So she is definitely my weakness. And as far as strength, I just wanted to flip it.
No, go ahead.
As far as strength, I feel like any man can empower their wife, and help them to achieve a lot more. Not that women don't help men to achieve what they do, but it's just a different dynamic. So I agree.
And my response is I definitely agree with both Mike and Mr. PC John. To John's point, right? There are things within myself that I realized that I did not have prior to meeting my wife. But I'm a firm believer that you should not let people have that much of your energy to make you be this or that, unless you truly have that much love for them. And I can tell you now, just to completely flip it, can't nobody push my buttons like my wife. And that's because I allow her to. No, that's because I allow her to, because I got that much love for her that she becomes my weakness in that sense. Yeah. Like, so can't nobody push my buttons like she can, because I don't allow nobody else to.
But Ty, it ain't even that you allow her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knows you more intimately than anybody else, and so because of that, she knows your weaknesses. Like. What do they say? If you really want to know and it's not necessarily, this is not 100% accurate, but if you want to know your enemy, you need to be close to them, right? And I'm not saying that your spouse is your enemy, but they know you. They are so close sometimes. To you. But they're so close to you that they have the inside track on what makes you
ammunition for days.
You know what I'm saying? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? Like they can. They
remember everything,
right?
Too.
But even more than just remembering things, like it is, they actually have, whether you want to give them that control or not, they have control over how your day goes.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have control over how your hour goes, like, and that's something that you would not give somebody normally,
right?
But because of how close they are to you, they have that control.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's true. Just to say this real quick.
No, go
ahead. So I'm even keel. I'm pretty steady with my emotions. I don't fly off the handle easily. I don't get down easily. But my wife has the what's the word? Ability. She has that remote control that she can take me up or take me down in an instant.
Push the button. She can push the button.
And once I'm there, I stay there for a while.
Because I'm so you don't realize you don't go, damn it, she got me again. I let that motherfucker get in my head to the point where I'm upset and I should not have let her get there. I should be. Let me take myself back down, because, like, I mean, I'm joking, but at the same time, I'm serious, because I'm like, there are times where I have to go, you know what? Why did I let her get to me? Like, I knew, like, I got to a point some years ago, real talk, where I was like, I can't react to everything she does, because I'm gonna be stressed the hell out. Like, if I do, and so I had to get to the point where not say anything bad about my wife, but that's just anybody. Like John's point, when you live with somebody and they know your ins and outs, they know when you go to the bathroom, they see you when you sleep, they see you when you sick, they know when you good, they know your issues with your family members,
your vulnerabilities,
right? They know everything. Yeah, they know everything. So. I had to get to the point where I was like, you know what? I can't sit here and get upset over things that I know that I can control. Like, I can't, like Mike said, like, I wish I had that even keel when it came to everybody across the board. But a lot of times I usually don't. And so I have to, like, start think to myself, you know what? Don't let this person get the best of me. But like John said, that because my wife knows so much of me, if she wants to, she can easily be like, aha, bing, got him. And I'll be like, God, dog, she got me.
And you be done smack Chris Rock.
Right. I'm like, I did not want to go there. But
now I got to go smack Chris Rock.
Exactly. Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Because I'm telling you, it was the way she looked at him. And it just made him, okay, gotta go. Weakness.
Yep.
That weakness.
And And as far as being her strength, I mean, yeah, we should be. I mean, I don't think every man is, to be honest. I don't think it's a fair comparison, to be true, to be truthful. Because I think, like, when you think about the weaknesses, like John said, she knows so much of you. She knows every single one of your triggers. She knows everything because she's with you. As far as you being her strength, I think that depends on the man, because there are a lot of men who are not women's strength. There are a lot of men who tear women down. There are a lot of men who, do a lot of stuff that they should not do as men. Some suckers out there who just do stuff that they shouldn't do as men. So do I believe that just because she loves him, he becomes her strength? Nah. Because, like, for instance, the chick in North Carolina back in like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago who won the lottery, and her dude was locked up, and all of a sudden she was bailing him out of jail with the $1 million. And she gave him all $1 million. That dude wasn't her strength. That dude was tearing that chick down, and she quote unquote she did it because she quote unquote claimed she loved him. Nah, I don't think it's a fair comparison to answer.
Well, actually, I disagree with you, Ty.
Okay,
I think
don't nobody give a damn what you think.
but I think really what happens in those situations is the same thing that happens for us with women, which is we allow people to have a power over us that we shouldn't allow people to have.
Exactly.
So yes, and so you're being very much you're thinking about it very much from the perspective of what a man is supposed to be, but I'm going to say it's not what a man's supposed to be and what a woman's supposed to be. It's what a mate is supposed to be.
Right.
And so if you look at it from the perspective, of what, and I don't mean that in a like, oh, women can be with women and men can be with men. I mean it from the perspective of two people who are supposed to be in the relationship together. And so if they're in the relationship together, then they both should be each other's strength as well as each other's weakness.
Right, I agree.
Okay. And we should spend more time in the land of strengthening each other than we do in the land of weakening each other. And when you have a situation, when you have a situation where two people are in a relationship and one person is always take, and the other person is always give, then you are not in a equally 50-50 strengthening relationship. And that's the problem. I think it goes both ways. I don't think it's what a man's supposed to do, what a woman's supposed to do. I think it's what two people in a relationship should do. And if they can't do that for each other, then they shouldn't be together. Honestly.
Wow.
I'm with you 100. I agree with that 110%.
Wow. So, Mr. Reasonable, you didn't answer the question.
Nah, well, I was going to ask. So, John, before I get into that, so John had said something, and Ty said he totally agree. So you say you got people that take, and you got people that give, and it's not 50-50. But, like, have y'all ever heard people say, relationships aren't 50-50?
They shouldn't be. They should be 100-100, in my opinion.
I mean, okay.
No, because all right. So while John gets his together, I agree.
I'm not changing it because I look, math is mathing, right? And if the math is mathing, the reality of it is you can't be 200%.
No, you can't.
You're gonna be 100%.
Right.
Okay.
All the time. That's it. That's all you can get. You can't get no more than 100%.
Right.
Right. So it's 100. It's 100 and 100 divisible by 2. Nigga, that's still 50-50.
It is 50-50. This is my thing. This is my
That's
thing,
how my math is math.
The reason I don't believe it, and this is the reason I don't believe it should be 50-50. This is the reason. So we all have, like, all right, so for instance, I'll give my personal situation. For the past, however long, I have not been, in my opinion, 100%, right? But I do feel early enough in my relationship, I have given my 100% to be able to pour into the bucket of whatever it is that I have to necessarily give, right? But because I have not been my 100%, my wife has had to step up to take that other percentage to be able to compensate for me not being 100%. Vice versa, There have been times when my wife has not been 100%. And I have had to step up in place of whatever she may have been lacking, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, whatever the case it may have been, to take over whatever percentage that she was lacking, like she has been doing for me. Right. So that's why I say that, it should be 100, because I get it. Math ain't mathing. 50 plus 50 is 100. You're really supposed to give 100%. But I do believe in the overage. There can be overage. Should you give overage all the time? Hell no, because like John said, then you end up dry as hell, and you have nothing else to give. So if somebody is always take, when you give, then you don't have a fair relationship. Then y'all need to work some stuff out, or find another way to figure some stuff out. So you should be able to be 100 at times, because again, not everybody's going to be 100 all the time.
So I sound like you keeping score.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Now, I will say I would keep score if I did not feel like, if I am down, I was not getting the same thing that I will be giving if my wife was down. Then yes, I'd be like, yo, like John said, because to me, it would not be fair. And I'll be like, yo, I feel like I'm always giving of myself. I feel like I'm always X, Y, and Z. And again, let me preface this by saying I feel like I am giving of myself. I feel like I am always, this is my personal feelings, so on and so forth. I need you to step up. And if you can't, then we got a problem, because I feel like I do it for you.
Right. So and Ty, I agree with that point, man. I think you make a good point of those moments in life where things happen, right? Mm-hmm. We are people. We live in a world that is constantly trying to break us down, trying to put us in a bad situation or whatever. All kinds of things happen, right? And so we have to be able to rely on the person that we are with to know that person is going to help boost us in those moments when we can't boost ourselves. And if that's not the case, if we don't have someone who is working for our good, then what you have is somebody who is sucking you dry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
that's what you want.
That could be a good thing.
It can be a good thing on one hand, and the other hand,
I don't want to be that dry either. I mean,
leave a little in the tank. Leave a little in the tank.
She get finished, and I'm 5 pounds lighter.
I still gotta be able to get up at some point.
Somebody got to get the rag.
Do she?
Oh my.
Swallow it.
Yeah, I'm not done with y'all. I'm done with y'all. I'm done. So yeah.
Moving along. Boom boom.
Don't let me sunflower seeds. Oh.
Pomegranate.
Oh, okay.
You eat some of these nuts.
I saw you put your order in.
Not quick with it.
Always.
Oh man.
So for those of y'all who don't know, we have our own little group on chat, and somebody put in the chat advertisement for these nuts, and it's actually a company that's really out there, and it's DEE. Her name is Dee.
What is Z?
These nuts.
These nuts.
Yeah.
Wait, you said her, so it's a woman's company?
Oh, I don't know. It's a woman on the canister. So I don't know.
That's an old ass white lady. Is who it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Wait.
Thank you.
I didn't even pay attention to that when we saw it the first time that it was these nuts with an old white woman on it. That's hilarious.
Everyone loves these nuts.
Everyone, you can get a shirt. That says everyone loves these nuts.
Everyone loves these nuts.
And it makes it even funnier because there's a white woman on it. So
hey, John.
It would have been an issue if it was an Aunt Jemima on there.
That is true.
Right.
That's right.
That is true.
That's right.
Double standards.
Right.
Double standards.
What did Chris Rock say?
Oh, the whole selective outrage. Yep.
Yeah, selective outrage.
Selective outrage. Yeah, well, that's just life. Everybody's selectively outraged about everything. In my personal opinion,
I agree.
It's
I
like
don't have no outrage.
You don't? You sure about that, John?
No.
Does Yvette say the same thing?
I was about to say, does your wife say the same thing? Hell, when you driving in traffic, do they say the same thing?
Whew,
You
boy,
seem like you got real rage.
Boy, I got all kinds of rage. I got streets of rage. I got road rage. I got rage against the machine. I got rage in Harlem. I got all the rage.
You rocks and stuff with your Afro puffs. Rage.
That's right. Exactly. I got all the rage.
Y'all dumb. Hey, we going to commercial or we got another one down there?
Let's take it to commercial because I think this is going to take us home.
Okay.
Hey, it's your girl Tia Robertson. I'm the host of Entrepreneur Insider. Every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern for entrepreneurs and news that you need to know about. See you there.
What up? We appreciate y'all for tuning into Relationship Entertainment Television, better known as RETV, where you can catch Millionaire Man Cave each and every Tuesday right here, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, like 5 p.m. Western Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Central. Y'all, I'm tired of all these damn time zones and like, can we just keep like one time across the board? Like, this is
are we getting rid of daylight saving time or what?
World time.
Good question.
And they talk about that every year, John. Every
but
single.
They say they gonna do it
twice a year.
They say what the hell?
Twice a year. They talk about it every spring and every fall.
But they say that's because they say they're gonna do it, but yet we still be sitting there wondering the same damn question every year. They say they're gonna vote on it, they're gonna do all this other stuff, this, that, and the third. Nice for you to join us, John.
I don't know what happened.
And now we can't even hear you.
Oh shit! You can't hear me?
Oh, no, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
I asked about daylight saving time, and the government shut me down.
Big brother is watching, sir. Big
Always
brother
watching.
is
Always watching.
What we got going on tonight, Donnell? What we talk about?
What we talking about? All right. Does change equal running? All right. So
yeah, what the hell does that mean?
Listen to this. And listen to this. When a man doesn't want to change, he will find a girl that's okay with his lifestyle so that he doesn't have to grow up. That's why that's why these weak men will accuse a strong woman for having an attitude, but she actually just has standards and boundaries. She's not going to put up with your foolishness, and she's going to require you to be a good man. Eventually, you're going to leave and accuse her of being too masculine or independent for the simple fact that she held you accountable for your actions. Ladies, you are good enough. You deserve the best. Your thoughts?
Bullshiggity.
This is why so many women want to get divorces. And it don't make sense.
Bullshiggity.
What
in the That made absolutely no sense. Was this somebody who wrote this and asked? It really had like a question. Like that was really their question.
It's not really. It's not really a question. It was more of a
sound like an affirmation for women who want to get rid of their man.
Yeah.
Well,
for women who feel like they've been getting the shaft. Not getting a raw deal, or
they can get the shaft. They can get the raw deal. What he just read was bullshiggity.
But ain't this so? Okay, so I was talking to a friend earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Javier. We were talking earlier today. We went to college together. And one of the things that came up in our conversation was this whole idea of like men have a lot. We have a lot on our plate. Like we're supposed to be the breadwinner. We're supposed to be the protector. We're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Provider, all that good stuff, right? Like, but then we also have the weight, and I'm not saying women don't. We also have the weight of the world coming down on us, right? Because we're supposed to do all these things. We got to deal with all kinds of outside influences coming in on us, telling us we ain't good enough, So the last thing that we really want is to come home to that as well. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? One of the things that came up in my conversation with my friend earlier was like the idea of like, and I've heard this before, this whole idea of how high the divorce rate is. And y'all, two of y'all, have already been through that. Okay.
Why are you bringing up old stuff, John?
I ain't even say who. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, what I mean by that is the importance of it is that these things happen not necessarily because men want it to happen.
Okay.
It's because women hear things like what you just read and believe that they deserve better or need better or don't have enough from the man that they with. And like, I feel like sometimes we give all that we have, and that's never enough for some people.
Because people act like their shit don't stink.
Right.
Let's be for real. People act like their shit don't stink. People act like they don't got their own drama. Well, first of all, let's rewind. And this is why I was glad we had the ladies on that we had on last week. And I know you missed that conversation, John. Sorry you missed it. But
I did see the video of the feet, and that was disgusting.
Okay.
that was trifling. That was trifling. But I appreciate women like that who Mike, you stupid. I appreciate women like that who do recognize the plight of a man. Like we do have a lot on our plate. And that, however, no stretch of the imagination does that mean that women don't have a lot on their plate.
Right. Exactly.
However, women feel like men don't have standards. like we just be out here just doing whatever the case may be, and we just, you know, and don't get me wrong, there are bad women and there are bad men. There are women who treat dudes like crap, and there are men who treat women like crap. So I'm like, so to say that, yeah, all the stuff that you was just reading, and to make it sound like, you know, men just that, yeah, that annoys me. Stuff like that, yeah, that take that, bad boy, don't stop. No, but that annoys me. Like, yeah, that.
What if
that
your
just
girl
is-
was rapping that? Bad boy, don't stop.
Like, that annoys me that women have this, you know, this misconception in their head that we are, that because they are women and they got this golden whatever between their legs, that they ain't got to put up with this and they ain't got to put up with that. But we're supposed to put up with bad attitudes, and we're supposed to put up with this, and we're supposed to put up with that. And then when we don't, when we say something about it, it's like, oh, well, they trying to, you know, they don't want a strong woman. They want to go out here with Becky with the, you know, good hair, or they trying to change us, or they believe that
it don't match.
It don't match. Like,
It don't
should
match.
be equal across the board. Y'all give the same, women give the same BS that men give women. So why is it that women act like women don't give that same BS to us if we got the same standards, and we want y'all to live up to the same standards that y'all expect us to live up to?
Yeah. So Donnell, do me a favor. Read just the first couple lines, because there was a spot right in the beginning. I was like, this shit don't match.
Says when a man doesn't want to change, he will find a girl that's okay with his lifestyle, so that he doesn't have to grow up. That's why these weak men will accuse a strong woman for having an attitude, but she's actually just has standards and boundaries.
You can stop right there, because attitude does not equal the rest of it.
It don't equal a strong woman. It don't equal a strong woman.
It does not equal a strong woman at all. We do not see a strong woman and say, oh, she got an attitude. That shit don't match. Men don't say that. So whoever wrote that, lady, men don't say that. We're in the man cave. Men don't say
But
that.
this is,
Let's define this now, then, Donnell. Let's define this now. Let me start with you, Donnell. What do you consider a strong woman to be? What do you consider a strong woman to be? Let's let them know. What do you consider a strong woman to be?
I mean, someone that's not easily rattled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got women out here who panic over everything. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I'm just taking relationship out of it. But like, a strong woman will, you know, in a relationship, a strong woman will, you know, pull her family up by her bootstraps. You know what I'm saying? When you know, when the man might be down, you know what I'm saying? When the man might have lost his job, and you know, I mean, I could define a, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like a strong woman can be many things, but having attitude is definitely not one of them.
Okay.
A strong woman is not calling a man a weak man.
Right.
Okay. John, what do you consider a strong woman?
I mean, I agree with what Mr. Reasonable said. I think that this is my perspective on it. Is that a strong woman understands that the world we live in is not built for us to prosper. Right? There's always going to be there's always outside influences on us as a unit that we have to work through. And that's when the 50-50 or the 100-100, whatever your math is mathing, you know, comes into play, and understands that like we are in this together. We working through it together. And so when I am, you know what I'm saying, much like right what Donnell said, you know, the idea of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I lose my job. A strong woman is the woman who says, you know what, I understand that it hurts. I understand that you're having a hard time. I understand that it doesn't feel like you are the man who you want to be.
She's going to say, we going to be all right.
We going to be all right. I hate to see you like this. Let me help you figure out next steps. Mm-hmm. Right? She's not going to kick you when you down. she gonna help you up. And it goes vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna hold her down when something goes wrong, when something happens, like when postpartum happens, right? When they have that baby and they all emotional, like, you gonna do what it takes as a man, as a husband, as a father, whatever the situation may be, you're gonna be her strength in that moment. And she should be your strength in those moments of weakness, because yes, every human has moments of weakness, right? Yes. So what really should happen is that we should be able to hold each other down. We should be able to, take those moments, not to kick each other when we down, but say, you know what, I got you, babe. I understand that things are not the way you want them to be, or the way we envision them to be, but it's going to be all right. Because everybody has those moments, right? You know what I'm saying? And if and there's not anybody out there in this world that can tell me that they ain't never. I don't care what woman out there that says, I'd rather if I'm gonna do bad, I'm gonna do bad by myself. You know what? Then you should be by your damn self.
Be by your damn self.
Because the reality of it is that everybody has a moment where something is bad.
Exactly.
And it's how we work through it. And that's the way we teach our kids. You know what I'm saying? How do you work through it?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. So you didn't get to play in the game. You didn't get to do this or that. Like, how do you work through it?
Right.
And you're gonna help your kids through it. I'm gonna help my wife through it.
Right.
Right. She gonna help me through it. And that's the way it's supposed to work. Like, a strong woman is somebody who understands that those moments are gonna exist if she doesn't fall apart when everything else is falling apart.
Right. Okay, so here's my definition. So I asked everybody what their definition was of a strong woman. Here's my definition. A strong woman.
You ain't get Mike.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. I thought you did. My bad. Go ahead, Mike. What do you get? Where's your definition?
I just had a comment earlier. My definition would be a woman who has principles, who has virtues that they stand by, unwavering. Well, I don't say unwavering. Let me take that out, because there are changes. But a woman who has principles, who has virtues, who stands by them, and they bring up and uplift everybody around them. Not trying to make them who she is, but trying to make them better. That's a strong woman.
Agreed.
Your grandma, most people. Your grandma, she's a strong woman.
Strong, all right. She was strong. Okay, so my
definition, to lift that Jack Daniels bottle.
Exactly. Hey, women in the old days drink like I said. Anyway, so my definition of a strong woman is a woman like to similar to what all three of y'all said. Somebody who can necessarily hold their own, and it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in a relationship. So somebody can hold your own in no matter what type of situation there may be. Like John said, women, as just as well as men, have issues or have times where they are not down and they're not able to be as strong as they want to be. But they are looking forward to the next steps. They're trying to figure out, how can I be better? Somebody who can, just take care of situations when it comes to take care of the situations. So let me give my point right quick before I wrap it up to what I was going to say before, because what Donnell just said just trying to trigger me. So now 4 of us women who are listening, now 4 of us said, hey, a strong woman is your attitude. It's your foul ass mouth. A strong woman is you cussing somebody out when da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ain't no right. A strong woman is not it could be a boss bitch. Don't get me wrong. Depending on how you define boss bitch. Depending on how you define it. But it is not somebody who has that type of ghetto mentality of I'm a boss bitch, I'm a strong bitch, can't nobody do nothing for me, I'll be bad by myself, and if somebody step up to me, I'm a blah 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 blah. That is not a strong woman. That's a dumbass with an attitude, in my personal opinion. That's a male or female. That is a dumbass with an attitude. So to say that, because you have a mouth and a man can't take your mouth, he's weak, or he's trying to change you and he can't deal with a strong woman, that does not define you as a strong woman. In comparison to who? We just had 4 guys on this show tell you completely different definitions of a strong woman, and ain't now one ninjas on this show say it's because you got an attitude, it can cuss a dude out or can cuss a chick out when stuff don't go right.
Right.
That makes no sense at all, in my opinion. All right, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. Go ahead.
I want to add a little piece of that. I think it's important, and it's a PSA for women, that you understand that the people you see in social media, people you see who are living this, charmed life, you know what I'm saying, who rapping about it, who whatever, like, they in a different tax bracket than you are.
A lot of it ain't even real though, John.
Right. Okay, I get that. But what I want them to understand is that when you say you a boss bitch, okay, them bitches ain't nobody's boss. Okay, all right. Like maybe they got somebody on their payroll that they paying, but a woman who's working a real job, she's a leader in industry or whatever, she's not talking like that. That's not the way she speaks. And most of these women who are rappers, who say this stuff, who rap about this stuff, they used to be strippers. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, and it's a great profession. That, you know what I'm saying, that everybody gotta make their money. But I want you to understand.
Can rise above,
but I want you to understand. No, I want you to understand. There is if you look very closely at who is allowed to become a rapper in this industry as a woman, most of them have a history of being a exotic dancer. And there's a reason for that, because there's some man behind the curtain pulling all the strings. And so when they rap about being a boss bitch, when they rap about this, that, and the other, when they talk about getting a BBL, what the hell, BBLs, whatever, all that stuff, it ain't stuff that's for you. It ain't for you. Okay, PSA, it ain't for you. It wasn't for you. The man who you with don't want it. He probably don't want the long lashes. He don't want the Hawaiian silky or whatever the hell the hair is. I don't know what the hell they got. Right? He don't want all the makeup. They don't want that. We don't want that. We want the real woman who we supposedly fell in love with. The woman who is doing her own thing, yes, but is also in this relationship, not so she can have a hot girl summer, but so she could be in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? And like all of those things, all of those like little, phrases that you hear that women are falling in line with and living up to or trying to live up to or whatever. Like I see somebody like, what's her name? Laura London. Like Laura London, what's her Laura London? Who was married? Lauren London. Damn, Lauren London.
He was close.
Lauren London, right? Lauren London can do what she wants. But you know what? She was in a relationship with a man who loved her. And she wasn't out there talking about she having a hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? She was in that relationship. And she would have still been in that relationship if he hadn't gotten killed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these other females, they ain't in no relationships. They ain't got no man. And I'm not saying that you don't want to have a man. You don't have to have a man. Good for you. You don't want a relationship. You don't have to have a relationship. Good for you. But it ain't all about trying to be better than the next person. It's about understanding that we working together to be better all together. Like, it ain't me against you. And
so where do you think that stems from? Like, what is the root of that?
It stems from social media. It stems from all the things on the outside in society telling them that they need to be able to be independent. I mean, even look at prime example. Look at Beyonce. This woman went from singing about catering to you to or was it independent to cater to you to stand with a man who cheated on her?
To all the single ladies.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but like, if you look at her, look at her trajectory of her music alone, like she ain't leave him. She wrote Lemonade or whatever it was, but she ain't leave him. Mm-hmm. You know why she ain't leave him? Not because she's not a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch, but she also ain't a dumb bitch.
That's true, and not because she ain't a boss lady,
right?
Or whatever.
I'm probably used bitch too many times.
Nah, you good. We don't got a limit on bitch. Would you say Donnell?
You know what happened with Mary J? Mary J wanted real love, and she ended up with a real asshole.
Again, guys can't be assholes, and I think that's the thing. There are okay. To answer your first question, Donnell, where did it stem from? I think it stems from like Mr. PC said. It stems from what we see in media, what we see in social media, not just social, but even prior to social media. The way we were raised, even from back in slave time, they separated us from our women and our kids and so forth, and told them women, y'all survive, y'all raise these kids, y'all this, that, and the third. Your men go out here and do what they're supposed to do. So and from then, the government and everybody else started to again take black men away from, whether it was locking people up from simple stupid crimes or stuff just in general, to take men out of the households from being with their wife and their kids. So women then all of a sudden, now they're looking at social media, now they're looking at movies and so forth, and they're believing that, hey, I don't need a man. And then right, you don't necessarily need a man per se, but then that's where that whole I can do bad all by myself, I'm a boss bitch, I'm this, that, and the third, because the men have been taken out of the home, specifically black men have been taken out of the home for so long. Now they got into this mindset, well, I can do bad all by myself. I can raise my kids. I can do this. And that's why you got these weak ass men who then, like John said, who are hurting women's feelings, i.e. Mary J. Blige's ex-husband, who don't know how to treat a woman because he doesn't have that man. Right. He doesn't have that man to be able to teach him in his life that, this is how you treat a woman. This is how you do the right things in life. So that way, you have a sister, you have a mom, you have whatever. You should cherish them as the woman, but as they have given birth to us as men. So we should cherish them, not treat them like shit, not treat them like bitches, not treat them like hoes, not treat them like whatever, that they can realize that there are good men out here in the world, and you don't have to act like an asshole or act like you have this mouth or whatever the case may be in order to quote unquote attract a good man, because a good man does not want all that. It makes absolutely no sense in my opinion.
I don't want none of that.
And women have to define for themselves what a good man is. I mean, you can't go by what your girlfriend says. You can't go by social media, TV. A good man, you have to figure it out for yourself. What aligns with you. A good man holds his own, just like I said about women. Holding their own. A good man holds his own and stands up when somebody needs to stand up. You can't that whole machismo. What's the word I'm looking for? The
ego, that macho, that all that stuff.
Yeah, the ego, the image. That's what I'm looking
for. Yeah.
The whole machismo image that is being portrayed out there doesn't make a man. A man, I can't stand when a woman says, "Oh, you ain't a man," because you didn't do this or that. Now I will agree with you if he's not standing up for what he needs to stand up for. But I won't agree with you if he didn't fight or hit a dude because of something, or because he took a step back instead of jumping in.
Or because she initiated a fight with a man and expected you to
step up.
Yes.
Yes. So here's the question.
Are you crazy? Why are you trying to why are you trying to fight the Rock over there and you want me to jump in on it?
But here's the question. a question for the women who are watching or who are listening, whatever the case may be. Because and maybe we should have asked this during one of the women takeover shows because it was asked to us. So it was asked to us by Toya of Women's Champ. When guys get together, do guys hold each other accountable, and do we have those conversations among guys to hold each other accountable, right? And truth be told, yes, we probably should. We should probably do it a lot more than what we do. Truth be told, if one of my brothers, if Mike, Donnell, or John was doing something that I found inappropriate, wrong, whatever the case may be, yeah, there are cases where I may have to not necessarily check him because that's his business, but to ask him, you all right, you good, so on and so forth. But in the flip of that, are y'all doing the same thing? Are you checking your women? Are you checking your girlfriends? Are you also saying, that bad bitch behavior ain't cool? Or that, whatever
they give more bad advice on top of that. They be like, you do you, boo.
And then some women. Let me put my Latoya hat on. Some women.
But the women that don't, the women that don't, Mike, are silent. The women that don't are silent. So, there may not be women who may step up to a woman and go, you shouldn't act like that. You shouldn't treat him like that. You shouldn't talk to him like that. Blah, 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 blah. But those who don't say nothing. Prove me wrong, ladies. Prove me wrong.
It's interesting, man. I wanna believe that, like, I'll be honest with you. I think that there are, as Ty mentioned earlier, there's a lot of moments that exist especially in Black culture, that have been initiated by people who are not in Black culture.
Mm-hmm.
And we fall in line and we do things based on what we believe to be popular culture, but really is not part of our culture.
Right.
There's only one of us on this show, if I'm not mistaken, who's actually been to the continent, who's been to the motherland. I wasn't offered the opportunity to go.
There you go with that again. He wasn't offered the opportunity to go to Vegas. He wasn't offered the opportunity to go to damn Africa.
But I do believe that it's not 100% accurate that the way that we participate in our community as people of color here in the States is not 100% accurate of the way that our people participate in the culture in other places. Okay. And what I mean by that is, yes, women are the backbone of our community. They are the nurturers. They are the, they raise the children. They keep the family moving 100%. I believe that. But I also believe that we have been put in a position in the popular culture that has muddied the waters on how we should connect as individuals in our community, as men and women, as people who should strive for relationships. I tell my wife, I joke all the time that we are, as a couple, we are, all four of us happen to be married to Black women. We are in the minority in this country. And the thing that we need to figure out is how to make sure that our children understand that Black love is beautiful. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to have components of, like, being at each other's throats. It doesn't have to have components of button heads. It doesn't have to have moments of fight or flight or fear or upset, being upset. Like, it can be beautiful and it should be beautiful.
Yes.
And that comes from both people in that relationship doing that and really thinking about that critically.
Okay.
So what do you teach your kids?
What do I think? So that's a great question. So my youngest son says he has a little girlfriend, and she happens to be a little white girl.
Wait. Your youngest son has a
your
little
your
girlfriend?
your godson has
I'm
a little girlfriend. He says he's going, but he also understands, and he asked the question, and it's so funny. He was like, "Daddy, can someone who is black or brown marry somebody who's white?" I said, "Son,
wow."
I said, "You can marry anybody you want." I said, "But I want you to understand that your mother is black, is brown, and she is beautiful, and I would love for you to one day look at someone who looks like your mommy and think about marrying her."
I think the same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's okay if you don't, but I want you to understand that mommy and daddy love each other, and we are the same color, and you can love somebody who's the same color as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not that you can't love somebody else, you can love anybody, but you know what I'm saying?
What you prefer?
It ain't even about preference. It ain't even about preference, because it's not my preference to have.
Oh, it's not. You're right. I mean, technically, yeah, you have an opinion, but whether he goes with it or not is, that's his choice. You don't have, you love him regardless, and you'll accept his opinion. You'll accept his choice regardless. But I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I prefer for my kids to date somebody or marry somebody black, but they ain't brought somebody black home yet. However, I understand where I live, and I understand the times, and I understand where they go to school and all those things. So I accept them. I accept whoever they bring home. But would I prefer for them somebody to bring home who can use their comb? Yeah. But it is what it is.
But then to that point though, it's also important for our kids, black boys and girls, to understand what it means to be in a relationship with someone who understands not just how to use your comb, not just that lotion is important, right?
So is washing the lower half of your body.
Not only that we use washcloths in this house. You know what I'm saying? All those things are important, but understanding that there is a community of who we are as a people that needs to be a part of whatever situation you're in, whatever relationship you're in, right? Like the person who you with may not know how to make the potato salad, but they better not open their mouth and say nothing bad about it. You know what I'm saying?
No raisins in that bad boy.
They better not put
right.
So, which is so interesting. So I'll just give y'all this little tidbit, right? Because this was some years back. This was some years back. I was listening to the radio. I was driving somewhere, listening to the radio, and someone that had called in had made the comment. He had asked the question. He was just like, why do you think, black athletes in particular date white women?
Mm-hmm.
And, they clearly didn't, couldn't say anything, that stuck out,
I got the answer to that.
They give better head than black women.
No. You see, you're going to the nasty place. I'll give you the prime answer.
That was just jokes. Just jokes, ladies. Just jokes.
I know the answer to this question. Okay. It's because, and I just heard this recently, white women are oftentimes groomed by their parents to go off and marry someone who's going to take care of them.
Wow.
Black women, oftentimes, not all the time, are groomed to be independent. And so you can literally see it happen in college. You can see it happen in college, where if you go to a school where you are with a PWI and you see these black athletes out there on the field, court, whatever, right? they have white women, girls, who are taking care of them, even in college. Our women, black women, are taught to be independent. And what that then ends up meaning is that their independence creates this barrier for relationship when a man, specifically a man playing sports, if you think long and hard about it, if you're playing sports at a high level, like you are A, not being paid, B, in a situation where you are being asked to do a lot. Mr. Green, what is that? So I gotta read that.
Yeah. So she's agreeing with you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
She's agreeing with you.
Yeah. So they are. So you know what I'm saying. So they are taking care of these men these boys who are in college. They can't get jobs because they're playing a sport and they're trying to go to school. Right. They don't have any money, and they are in desperate need of somebody who can support them during this very difficult time of trying to play a sport, trying to go to school, trying to figure out their next steps, right?
But John, that goes back to what I said earlier. Again, not to cut you off, but that goes back to what I said earlier. That goes back to them taking the black man out of the home.
Yeah.
And black women saying that it is okay to be not saying it's not okay to be independent, but you don't need a black man in your home to raise your child. You don't need a black man in your home to support you. You don't need a black man to do all of. So that mindset came from all of that way back in slavery, way back from the government, way back from the media. So and so on and so forth. So that's the mindset of the whole independent woman thing versus the white woman who says, "Yo, go out there and find you somebody who can take care of exactly everything that you need to do."
And let me throw this in there and plug this as well. And Mike, you can say yay or nay. I think it's very interesting that there is a component of going through the process of not pledging. What is it called? You guys don't call it pledging. Initiation, right? Into a historically black fraternity, specifically, where there are, in fact, what they call, in some cases, angels, or there are females who are put in place to help support the men as they are going through this process. There's a reason for that.
Sweetheart.
There's a reason for that. And there's a reason for that because they are going through such a difficult process. They are going through such a difficult time. They are separated. They can't, you know what I'm saying? All the things that you know that I don't know. Like I'm making the shit up as I go right now. Right. But it exists for a reason. And that reason is because they need that support. Right? And if they can get it there, why can't they get it elsewhere?
In real life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I told my kids that if they brought a white girl home, she got to be as bad as Scarlett Johansson or Jessica Biel. she got to be so bad that the black girls like, okay.
You got that one.
Yeah. You know, I don't agree with what Dr. Umar says often. I don't really bring his name up because he ain't really somebody I follow. But he said, black men who date white women, the white women are the white women that no white man wants. I was like, ouch. I was like, damn.
That's great.
That's scary movie. Y'all seen that white bride on Scary Movie? She was like, ah.
So I mean, I think that it's a very interesting situation, and I think that we can support each other, and we should support each other. And when we not willing to do it, like we putting ourselves at odds all the time. Like I mean, I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all grew up in the DMV. I definitely grew up with this idea of lighter was better. I didn't marry with that in mind, but I definitely dated with that in mind. And so it exists on the side of men. But I think that what you see oftentimes, and I've seen it time and time again. These black dudes in college, they may never even make it to the league, but they definitely got a white girl on their arm, and it's because that white girl knows that there's a possibility. Possibility.
Yep. Nicole said, "Me too, Mr. PC." I don't know if you saw what she said earlier, but earlier she was agreeing with you, and she said, "True that at my PWI, a lot of white girls always said they came to college to earn their Mrs. degree."
Yeah, they came to school for a man.
Yeah, they came to school exactly. Somebody who can take care of them.
They majored in art history and black men.
Whitley Gilbert.
Right.
Whitley Gilberts of the world. Donnell lowered his head when I said that. Because that's what she did. That's what she did. Let's be for real.
Literally, she came to school to get a man too.
Yeah.
And she majored in art history.
Exactly. She did. That was the Whitley Gilberts of the world. If you watch A Different World, you know exactly what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, this shit is real, man.
And if you haven't watched A Different World, go watch it.
Shame on you for being here watching us and haven't seen The Different World.
And Whitley was black, so even though she didn't act like it at the time, she was black.
Right.
So, but yeah, but is that? And I don't know, we getting ready to close up the show, but so are you saying that black women should go to school with that in mind now to go get their MRS degree, then their Mrs. degree?
I'm not saying that they should go to school with that in mind, but I'm saying that they should go to school with their mind open to understanding to understanding that a relationship can form and you can still also be a successful person.
Gotcha.
Both of those things can happen.
Mr. PC, you don't have to grow up to be independent. That's good. But at the same time, know that you can be a partner in a relationship.
Right.
And it'd be just as fulfilling.
Ladies, I seriously consider. I really recommend that y'all share this specific episode with as many other women as y'all can, because, so Donnell read
not the first half of the episode.
No. I mean, y'all watch that. Y'all watch that part. Y'all watch that part.
Strap on.
No, it's not. Yeah, he's stupid. Yeah. What is this thing? Why is it no? But nah. So Donnell read this. He said it wasn't a question per se, but I mean, it is the mindset of a lot of women, specifically a lot of black women, that have this mindset of what Donnell read earlier, and it's killing our community. It's killing the relationship. It's killing a lot of our women. Not literally, but it's killing a lot of stuff that what.
And it's not just black women though. It's all the way across the board, but in our community specifically, it's problematic.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And so it's like we have to get out of that mindset. It's nothing wrong with, like you said, it's nothing wrong with being an independent woman. Nobody's knocking that. It's nothing wrong. And like John and Mike both said, we completely understand and we respect all the plight of a woman. We respect the many hats that y'all wear and all of the things that y'all do to uplift and support the black man, the black community, our children, this, that, and the third. For the men who ain't doing shit, who ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing, we completely understand and we get that. There is nothing wrong with that. However, as they say, the I gotta be this, that, and the third, and and you ain't, and because you think you can't handle me, and that shit ain't cool. Like, I mean, that ain't cool, and that's not really what it's about. In my opinion, that's the mindset of a young woman. That's the mindset of a little girl. That is a mindset of a little girl. As they get older, they understand that all that, this, that, and the third, the neck rolling, the yappity doesn't do nothing for your relationship. It doesn't do nothing for the community. It doesn't do nothing for a black man. Ain't no black man looking for that. White men, no offense, just like black men, white men are more prone to accept that because of whatever reasons they accept that. Just like black men are more prone to accept certain things from white women than they are from black women. So, but that's not cool. That's not the business. That's not what it's about. And like we went around talked about, what defines a strong woman. Ain't no black dude on this show. Ain't no black dude gonna tell you that a strong woman is a black woman that can cuss you out, that can tell you this, that, and the third. And that is damn sure not the reason why we don't want to be with y'all in the first place. So I suggest, again, women, y'all go back and y'all take a look, reevaluate, share this with your peoples, let them know. And I dare y'all give me a second opinion or come up with something that can refute what the hell I just said. I dare y'all. I dare y'all. How we ending this, Donnell? How we ending this, damn it?
It's done.
It's done.
It's done. It's done.
Mic
Stamp.
drop. What is this?
Yo,
Is
we
this
appreciate
thing
y'all
on?
for tuning in. Hey, first of all, if you ever have to do this, is this thing on? I'm worried about you. No comment.
Check out the first half of the show.
Yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. It wasn't me either. Nah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to this episode of Millionaire Man Cave. We tune in next week, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Relationship Entertainment Television. We give y'all the opinions and the thoughts behind the closed doors of a man cave and of men, y'all. We out, y'all. We will catch y'all next week. Peace.